Today, we are diving deep into the absolutely epic journey of Ryuko Matoi, the fierce, scissor blade-wielding hero of Kill la Kill. I mean, her story is just this wild, high-octane roller coaster of revenge, insane revelations, and ultimately, redemption.
And it all kicks off right here, with a tragedy and a mission spelled out by her dying father. These words, they're not just some random clue. They are the entire reason for her quest. The key is simple. Find the other half of that massive scissor blade, and you'll find the killer.
And here she is. This is our hero, the girl with this impossible mission on her shoulders. She's only 17, and she is fueled by just this pure, unfiltered rage and one single goal: hunt down the person who murdered her father and holds that missing piece of her past.
Okay, so let's really get into the event that sparks this whole thing. This is the dark, pivotal moment that basically defines the entire first half of her story.
So she gets this message from her father, who she hasn't seen in ages. But when she gets home, she finds this horrific scene. And with his last breath, he points her toward the imposing Honnoji Academy, the last place his killer was seen.
But to really get the fighter she becomes, you have to look at the kid she used to be. Trust me, her past is every bit as important as her present.
You see, her dad, who we find out later was secretly preparing for a war, was never around. This meant Ryuko grew up totally isolated and lonely in a boarding school, just desperate for a connection she literally never got.
And, being that lonely made her a prime target. Other kids were just awful to her, tormenting her all the time, which only pushed her further and further into her shell. Now, what's so fascinating here is the transformation you see. It's almost a textbook response to that kind of trauma. At some point, something inside Ryuko just snapped. She went from being the victim to the aggressor. She basically built this hardened juvenile delinquent personality as a shield. Her mindset became, if I'm going to get hurt, I'm going to be the one throwing the first punch.
So her hunt takes her to Honnoji Academy, a school that's ruled with an absolute iron fist. And it's here that a chance discovery just changes the entire game.
She rolls up and immediately challenges the all-powerful student council president, Satsuki Kiryuin. But she gets absolutely crushed by students wearing these super-powered Goku uniforms. Humiliated and desperate, Ryuko stumbles right into her father's biggest secret. Deep down in a hidden lab beneath her ruined home, she awakens Senketsu, a living, breathing uniform called the Kamui. And get this, it was created by her father from her own DNA, made specifically for her.
So this is the key right here. This partnership. It's this symbiotic relationship that finally gives her the power to fight back. With Senketsu, she can actually take on the entire academy and start to claw her way to the truth about her father's death.
But the truth? Oh, the truth is so much more shocking and deeply personal than she ever could have imagined. Let's just say the rabbit hole goes way, way deeper.
What started as a hunt for a single killer quickly starts to unravel this massive global conspiracy, one that leads all the way to the top of the world's most powerful corporation.
And right here, this is the bombshell. Her greatest rival, Satsuki, that's her long-lost older sister, and the real villain, the mastermind behind everything, it's her own mother, Ryuko Kiryuin. This whole thing stops being a simple revenge plot and turns into this incredibly twisted family drama with the fate of the entire world on the line.
And everything, all of it, is tied to these mysterious things called life fibers. They're basically parasitic aliens that are the source of all the power in her world. They're literally woven into the fabric of her uniform and all of our enemies' uniforms.
And then comes the blow that almost completely breaks her. She finds out her own existence is the result of a cruel experiment by her mother. She was fused with life fibers as a baby and then just discarded like a failed project. This forces her to face this massive question. Is she a monster because of how she was made, or can she choose to be human?
So now, she's confronted with her own monstrous origins and the ultimate betrayal from her mother. Ryuko has to make a choice: give in to despair or fight back.
For a short time, Ryuko actually succeeds in brainwashing her. But it's the absolute, unwavering loyalty of her best friend, Mako, and her partner, Senketsu, that pulls her back. This is where her story really flips the script on the whole lone wolf thing. She isn't saved by her own strength. She's saved by the bonds she made. And through them, she reclaims her identity, accepting every single part of who she is.
And you can see that evolution right here. She transforms from an avenger into a true hero.
She goes from fighting alone for personal revenge to fighting alongside allies for all of humanity. She stops trying to destroy her past and instead accepts it, using it to build a future. She's not just an Avenger anymore, she's a savior.
And by embracing her hybrid nature, Ryuko's power just goes off the charts. We're talking regenerating from what should be fatal wounds, slicing buildings in half, and synchronizing with Senketsu to become a nearly unstoppable force of nature.
So, the two sisters, once bitter rivals, team up to lead the charge in this final cataclysmic battle against their mother, all to stop the world from being literally devoured by alien life fibers.
In the end, Ryuko's journey is this powerful testament to the idea that it's not where we come from or even the monstrous parts of our past that define us. What truly matters are the bonds we make and the person we choose to be.